Good evening and welcome to the news. The Financial Service Authority has notified the Falcon Insurance that its license has been revoked as of the 8th of February 2024. Following the revocation of the license, an administrator has been appointed to make the needful arrangements for the staff still at Falcon Insurance in accordance with the Employment Act. The Falcon Insurance has 90 days to appeal the Financial Services Authority's decision.
FSA's decision to revoke Falcon Insurance license is pursuant to the Section 110 of the Insurance Act of 2008. Following the revocation of the license, an administrator has been appointed in accordance with Section 101 in the Insurance Act. This is to undertake the needful arrangements for the staff still at Falcon Insurance as per procedures in accordance to the Employment Act. This is necessary to manage the company until a liquidator is appointed to wind up the affairs of Falcon Insurance. The Falcon Insurance has 90 days to appeal the Financial Service Authority's decision to revoke its license. The Chief Executive Officer of the Financial Service Authority, Randolph Sampson, says the case of Falcon Insurance in no way puts the insurance industry in any kind of predicament.
The FSA, through the course of its supervision and monitoring work, had initially identified a number of deficiencies in the company, which resulted in the FSA commissioning an in-depth, independent investigation into the affairs of the company. The investigation, which resulted in the company having its license initially suspended and placed under administration, confirmed that there were several detrimental issues present, which included the lack of internal controls, insolvency issues, lack of proper oversight from the board of directors, conflict of interest, amongst other regulatory issues, which ultimately led to the license being revoked. It should be noted that whilst the company was under administration, the FSA explored whether it would be in the interest of the policyholders, the public at large, and the company itself to take remedial action to redress the company. To this effect, the FSA allowed for sufficient time to properly understand the financial position of the company, to ascertain its viability and solvency going forward so as to establish a responsible way forward.
To ensure that students get a job when they leave S5, that is, if they do not want to continue their studies or get accepted in any institution, the Ministry of Education is encouraging all secondary schools to tailor their vocational subjects to the interests of the students. This comes after the decision was made not to turn Perseverance Secondary School into a technical and vocational education and training center. The Minister for Education, Dr. Justin Valentin, has been visiting schools across the country to discuss the challenges of incorporating TVET in vocational subjects. The head teacher of Pralin Secondary School, Ian Coley, gives some insight into what the school is working on.
We have tried to incorporate vocational education in our teaching program. Okay, this with the idea of helping other students who is less academically gifted, okay, to proceed in doing something good so that later on they can take it as a career. Last year we've started with agriculture. Agriculture was there as a context, but we've tried to enlarge the program a little bit so that we want to produce more variety of crops. We did that on a termly basis, and last year also we have used the incubator, okay, to incubate small chickens, okay, and the students also have sold them, which is a good initiative on their part.
In court today, the prosecution called the doctor who certified Nicole Isidore was mentally fit to stand trial in a murder case against him. The doctor stated that Isidore only had a history of epilepsy and a dependence on alcohol that caused certain misbehaviors. She added that further than that, Isidore had good recollection and good long-term memory, as such fit to stand trial. The defense showed proof of at least 14 instances that the accused was admitted to the psychiatric ward. The witness stated she had not seen those documents prior to preparing her report. She will be back in court after having consulted these documents. Also in court today, the prosecution asked the Supreme Court to determine if documents it deems sensitive can be admitted in court. This is in the Arms and Prevention of Terrorism case against Mukesh and Laura Balabji, Leslie Benoiton, Leopold Payette, and Frank Marie.
Prosecution lawyer Stephen Powers filed a motion asking the Chief Justice himself to determine if to admit those documents or not. The defense team objected, saying it has no idea what this is all about. Chief Justice Govindan has adjourned this issue to tomorrow morning. This morning, too, a police investigator brought to court and identified a firearm used in a robbery at a Bel Air shop in 2019. Firearm that the prosecution alleges were discovered on a property of a Valabji family member overlooking the residence of the then leader of the opposition, Wevel Ramkalawan, and which serial number matched the serial number on a document seized from the Valabji couple's residence at Mont Blanc.
The Revenue Commission is organizing a training session on container control. This with the aim to improve risk management capabilities, better secure Seychelles borders, enhance supply chain security, and facilitate trade. The training is being facilitated with the help of the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime and the World Customs Organization. Focus is on the prevention of narcotics and other illicit goods from being smuggled through Seychelles borders in cargo arriving by containers. The 10-day session is being funded by the UN and facilitated by the UNODC. 10 journalists have now a better understanding of the inner workings of the National Assembly, which allows for better news pieces on the subject to be produced. This is after they completed a week-long training organized by the Indian Ocean Commission. The journalists came from different news organizations such as SBC, Seychelles Nation, Today in Seychelles, and Seychelles News Agency. The course gave the journalists a chance to interact with the employees from the National Assembly so that each side understands better each other's work.
It was not just presentations and PowerPoints, it was also sitting down together, discussing, checking how both sides can do better its job. So during this week, we had presentations, we had lots of discussions, and one very important element that we had was the visit that the journalists did of the National Assembly premises. So we went inside the National Assembly, we met the Sergeant at Arms, he explained to us all the traditional aspects of the National Assembly, we discussed with the clerk, we visited the museum, so that there's a proper understanding of what really represents the National Assembly. And from there also, we had discussions with the staff of the National Assembly to tell them what the journalists need, not what they want, what they need, just what they need to inform properly the public. So these are like seeds that you sow, and you just wait and see if they're going to come out like trees with fruits, or just remain like this. I hope that things are going to move in the right direction, and I'm confident that this is going to be the case with the journalists from Seychelles.
After serving for over 12 years in the fleet of the Seychelles Ports Authority, the two oldest tugboats, Ascension and Rosemary, set sail to their new home last Saturday. Negotiation for their sale started last year, and finally the official sale document was signed on the 3rd of February. The sale of Ascension and Rosemary is in line with the Ports Authority's strategy to upgrade its fleet, replacing the older ones with new and more powerful tugs equipped with modern technology to deliver a better service to vessels calling at Port Victoria. Ascension and Rosemary were purchased in 2011. The Seychelles Ports Authority is left with its oldest tugboat, Alouette, followed by its two newer ones, Setan and Mamel. And this was the news. Thank you for your attention.